and got the job done very, very nicely. And now he's gonna get tested in another matchup, in a mirror matchup, against a very good Zerg himself, HaNfy. I put the game music, by the way. Let me know if volume-wise it's okay or if I need to lower it. Sadly, there is a 5 minutes delay, so it's very, very risky for me to do this, because if, say, for example, the music's way too loud, then you guys are gonna have to hear it for 5 minutes before finally telling me. So hopefully it's fine. Gonna expand again here pretty quickly. HaNfy, you sneaky. Lambo spots that this one was taken. Maybe that's his plan, because like imagine what Lambo's thinking right now. He hasn't scouted anything. He sees creep here. He's probably like, oh god, what if he attacks? But guess what? Another expansion's going up here, and I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few drones made. So he takes his own right outside. I like that reaction, and he's going to go for a little bit of scouting. What better way to figure out exactly where you're at than just scouting? Well, I guess all-inning can be an option. Goes for a roach one. Not sure if that's for safety. I kind of feel like he wants to be aggressive here maybe with this. Still mining a decent amount of gas here out of his main. I don't think he spotted much. Yeah, just check the natural to see if that there was at least a hatchery going up there. He might just attack here with this. With the timing on the on this hatchery as well to help and reinforce. The fact that HaNfy is not getting his own roach run is very worrying here. I think he might actually just die. Let's see, Lambo. Not gonna start any roaches. So maybe he was just being a little bit paranoid. Because if he had only made units here, I mean, you got a roach run that starts 40 seconds earlier than your opponents. Usually, it's gonna be very hard for them to have enough to defend by the time you get across the map. But remember that roaches take a very long time to cross the map without speed, and they would have been spotted by HaNfy's overlord outside of the base of Lambo there. A couple of roaches are actually going to start from now by Lambo. Wants to make sure he's safe. I guess he threw away a bunch of his links here, because even though he had speed, he headed across the map and really wanted to do a little bit of scouting. And behind this lair, those start here for HaNfy. So HaNfy not bad. Almost a 10 worker lead. Lair starts now. I really like his position, to be honest, in this game. And since I don't feel like he's going to get attacked soon and take any damage, I feel like he's going to be in a great position. Definitely seems to know his ZvZ here so far, but the start is not always everything. We saw that earlier in Kufu Panda's game. Borgdan had a great start, but wasn't quite able to close it out. +1 missile's going to start here from... What? No. He cancelled. Lambo cancelled +1 missile and made a ton of roaches instead. I think he might just all in. I think right now he might be really, like, he sees just this amount of links. He saw no roach head across the map. And the thing is, a couple of drones went there, so HaNfy is probably thinking that his opponent's going mass drones. So instead he went mass roaches and he's just gonna all in. Spire is on the way. This is really scary here for HaNfy. Yeah, he's made Lambo like desperate somehow, and Lambo is just gonna go for the attack here. Can HaNfy get enough? It's going to be really tough. He's getting 10 roaches right now. He's got little reconstitution on the way. He's going to have to reinforce big time. His supply block here right now. Starts a couple spine crawlers in the back of his mirror line at the natural. And Ravagers are being morphed from Lambo, so it's going to be a big all-in here. He's got way more army supply. Is it going to be enough here, though? Against somebody who's got spines, who's going to have at least one queen in defense. Definitely could bring in the one from the main. Let's see, here we go. Lambo gets in there. Kyle is going to hit big time on the ramp here on some of these roaches, forces them back as well. Lings do come out here from HaNfy. Needs maybe to pull a couple drones. Spines are going to finish at the back of his mirror line, but they're not straight into the fight. One of those was shooting for a little bit here. The roach one is in range. He can just take this out here if he wants to, Lambo. And Lings are going to keep on streaming in. Actually, doesn't go for the roach one. He's going to head straight into the main here to try and make sure he can catch these roaches that don't have speed just yet. Most of those are going to die before speed even finishes. Mutas are now on the way, but it's only 2, and there's a couple of Ravagers anyway. And on the ground there is just way too much for Lambo. I think he might have just done it here. HaNfy, what I really liked about his start here is that somehow he got ahead and he felt like he was outsmarting his opponent, but it doesn't seem to matter. Lambo, I think he realized he was getting the very, very much worse end of the mind games here. And he got desperate and he just attacked with everything he had. And right now, he's doing a ton of damage, but is he going to be held? He's kind of running out of units. And behind his HaNfy, he's going to have 33 drones against 29. Can he do this? There's still a couple of roaches there that are going to be defended eventually. The Muta count is rising, it's now 7. I feel like Lambo could have drawn much earlier. Like on the ground there really wasn't much from HaNfy. So he could have just droned up, made 1 spore per base and then be fine, but look, he's even misriding. Lambo messing up here a little bit. I mean, sure, the attack did some damage, but maybe not enough. Maybe not as much as I thought it would. Spore crawler starting in every single base, a couple of them, and double evo behind this for HaNfy, so he might just be going for upgrades here. He might just be happy with being able to snipe overlords, but some links are going to be heading across the map here to try and buy him some time. Oh, a lot of these guys actually get caught and lose a lot of hit points. Where is he going? I think he knows that HaNfy is going to be coming back, so it's just going to hide somewhere across the map. That's a bit weird though. +1 missile starting here behind it from Lambo. Who's going to be able to stabilize? It's 44 drones to 41, so still a very even game. Nice transfuse, you have to say that one. Overlord. Double transfuse even. HaNfy definitely salvaged the situation nicely here, even though like at first I really thought he was just going to die here. Good control, evacuated the main against the mass of units that were there, and eventually, thanks to the spines actually that he got into the third base, or I guess originally the natural, he was able to hold on. No spore in that base here, that's going to mean trouble. Drones stop dying. He's already behind on drones here, so HaNfy is definitely doing some good damage here wherever he can. Can he go for the spore actually? Has to get out of there. And behind this, he's just massing roaches. Remember, he already had speed. He made speed very quickly, so Glider Reconstitution finished a long time ago. He might just do a 1-1 timing, since he's going to have more anyway. He's got more drones, so he's going to be able to make more roaches. It's a very simple equation. Whereas Lambo, I wonder if Lambo was playing on all-in, because he's just mashing queens right now, but he's not even started lair. What? Did he want to all-in with just queens and roaches? Well, it's not even going to matter what he wanted to do, because he's just going to get crushed in the middle of the map. And HaNfy, he takes map number 1 with this delay, so let's jump into map number 2 here between these two. Starting in the top side of the map, playing as the yellow Zerg. He's up 1-0 here. It is Euronix Gaming's HaNfy. Very impressive, I have to say. Like, yeah, he had a good start, somehow got caught off guard, but salvaged the situation well enough to be able to win anyway. And going pull 12 as well. His opponent, starting on the bottom side of the map, playing as the red Zerg, is of course Lambo. Interesting meta here in ZvZ on this map. Going for a very quick pull here, both players. Gonna want to be making sure that they can both defend and be aggressive if they want to. It's crazy actually how from map to map the styles change so much across like all the matchups. Sometimes even like feels like a completely different race or even game in some situations. What's the reasoning behind this pull exactly? I wonder. Like maybe the fact that there is a gold here, you don't need nearly as many minerals. Both Zerg players here are going to be going for 6 slings in the first place. And what I'm guessing is going to be a hatchery here pretty quickly from both. Even though like Lambo went for the hatchery before getting a queen, whereas HaNfy got the queen first. I feel like maybe getting the queen is better. That's just me, I'm no Zerg. HaNfy is going around here, trying to be a little bit sneaky. He's going to spot the Zerglings of his opponent. Does he come back or does he continue? He's going to continue. And just get links. I guess because he went for the queen anyway, this could be much better for him. I mean, as much as his opponent should almost or even have a queen by the time he reaches his base, he's probably counting on Lambo not getting any links right now. And he's not. He's getting drones. So one queen alone against this many links. I guess there's going to be two there. And with the queen already there, HaNfy, could this be really good for him? Wow! Don't tell me he gets a cancel. This is just game, like if he gets this hatchery. Queen's gonna get down there, drones are being pulled as well. There's quite a few links here on this side of the map. HaNfy's already got the queen there, needs to be careful not to get surrounded, he's gonna pull some drones himself. What is this madness of a matchup? And all the links of the HaNfy across the map were killed. I thought this was gonna be good for HaNfy, but kind of backfires, and he's losing a lot here right now. I'm like the worst ZvZ caster of all time, I think. Honestly, like, I thought this was really good for HaNfy, but he actually just got smashed and destroyed. That was crazy. It's only, I guess, one or a couple drones ahead here for Lambo behind this. But the fact that he lost the queen, right? Yeah. The fact that he lost the queen should be a big deal. Oh, nice save. Losing a queen early on in a game like this is very, very bad. Now Lambo just gonna be droning up. Taking his gases in the main now, both at once. HaNfy didn't mine too much gas yet to be able to do that. He just got saturated it, so not gonna be able to start speed for a long time. Do they expand again? Yeah, seems like. At least Lambo. Walker counts even. And they're gonna go for more golds. You know why? Because more gold, more roaches. Can't believe these guys are still on the map and being annoying. Should be defended pretty quickly though. Single Evo chamber from Lambo once more, much like in the previous game. Even though he did cancel his +1 missile and attack over getting the upgrades. Are we gonna see a double Evo here once again from HaNfy? The situation last game definitely invited for him to go double Evo and then go for a 1-1 timing, so we'll see. If this time around, when it's more of a mirror game so far, and he hasn't opened Mutas, whether he goes for it or not. Speed actually started here from both, but we have only got Lambo for now getting quite a few links. I guess to defend against this, but he's getting more. Well, I guess it's 12 against 10. So make sure that hatchery doesn't get cancelled. Gonna be transferring queen as well. Well, he's getting a new one on natural lair. Those start earlier here from Lambo, which is pretty good. Especially considering last game, I mean, his opponent already had the road speed when he hadn't started his own lair, so... That one's very far away from home. So funny to see slow links in the middle of the map just kind of running around. Being like super slow. +1 missile could play a big role here, by the way, in the next fight. HaNfy is just all-inning. The roles are reversed here from last game, except that Lambo is not actually going Spire. Because the Overlord died here, by the way, he's going to spot this later. Yeah, HaNfy is not going to go all the way around, though. He's going to go through the middle, and now this is going to be spotted. Lambo needs to start making units here right now. He's overdrone very heavily, 44 drones to 28. HaNfy, this could be his golden ticket here to the Grand Finals. Oh, I like this. Lambo's going to try to buy some time with Zerglings. I think he's just going to snag this base. He's going to try to defend in the natural. This could be a brilliant move. This could be a winning move. He needs to defend his attack here somehow, but he knows he can't do it yet, so he's going to try to buy a little bit of time, delay the attack if he can. He can't really just let this base die here, though, because the reinforcements are going to come in from that location. 2 Ravagers were made. He's going to get in there with Queens and Roaches. Actually, yeah, I guess he needed to let that base die. There's no way to fight this early. HaNfy's going to get in there, get right on top of those Queens that can't escape. He's going to surround them both. After killing a bunch of these Roaches, there is one single Ravager left as well. And, I mean, Lambo is just in so much trouble. I don't think he realized how many drones he's ahead. Otherwise, I think he would have just sat there, massed on these 2 bases, and even though he has 1 hatchery less, he would have been okay. The fact that he lost his queens here, he's not even injecting anymore, so he's going to be 2 hatchery with no injects against 3 hatcheries with injects. So the supplies are just completely going to take off here in HaNfy's favor. Starts with +2, well, okay, that's pretty ambitious. He stayed alive though. 44 drones to 27. And behind this, HaNfy is trying to drone up a little bit. Lambo, I guess, is just gonna re-expand. Crazy, actually. Like, it feels like a Medivac drop hits every one of his bases. Like, there's like 8 drones, 10 here, and like 7 here. This is like pathetic. The economy of Lambo is just so low. Of HaNfy, sorry. Does he cancel that? Really feels like it's kind of useless. I mean, even against run by or something, I don't think this would be very helpful. A little bit surprised that HaNfy didn't go for the kill, but I guess he thought he had done enough damage. He was very far behind on drones though. Still hasn't caught up because of this. 33 to 40. He might just attack. Or maybe he's just trying to catch up while being safe, so he's getting enough roaches to defend if he were to be attacked. He has a lot though. 78 army supply for HaNfy, 69 for Lambo. Yeah, I mean, even now, like mining from this gold against this one that's not even finished. Look, that's like a 150 to 200 lead in the minerals, which is massive. And the more it's gonna saturate that, the better, I guess, he's gonna be able to catch up in terms of economy, both. Look, now HaNfy is once again, he was ahead in supply up until now, but the numbers have evened out. Lambo has caught up on the army, but HaNfy has caught up in the drone count, so pretty crazy here, what we're seeing. Reading the chat a little bit. Loved your Warcraft 3 stream earlier, thought keep at it. Thanks, man. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this because it's an official, you know, ESL stream, but I guess since I'm solo casting, I can kind of wing it and freestyle a little bit and read the chat sometimes and answer. That guy's going to be doing a little bit of scouting. Really not much to see. I mean, lair finished, upgrades are getting going. HaNfy has a lot, oh my god. Like, both players have the same army supply, actually. ZvZ is crazy. It's 9 minutes game, and they've got so much supply already. Bye! Ooh, touched the bullet right there. That was like Neo on the rooftop here. He's kind of leaning back, dodging Smith's bullets. Alright, what's next? Does he actually attack? Setting up. I love how like he set up here to maybe attack, but there is an overlord anyway, so it's like, hey bro, I can see you. What do you even think about this? HaNfy didn't make any Ravagers, by the way. Aren't you supposed to build Ravagers in this matchup? He's not gonna have any bile to work with, so sure, you can avoid your opponent's bile, but his entire army is gonna be shooting at you. Spire? What? Against this many Ravagers as well. Okay. Really don't know what exactly he wants to do here with this. Okay, well, goodbye. Maybe counter-attack with some surprise mutas and snipe stuff. Maybe get some mutas to dodge bile anyway and kill this ground army, but... I mean, Lambo could very easily have a Hydra den here and be getting some Hydras, so the Spire, like... I really don't feel like it's a very good choice, that's the thing, though. Sure, I don't play Zerg at high level, but still. Hydra den's gonna start as well. Maybe he plans on trading this army, then going to some kind of lurker muta. Or even that, I think it's even better. But gets hit by a few of them. The counter-attack is there on the right-hand side. But there is enough units back at home for Lambo to defend with this, and he's going to engage across the map. Some bile land on some of these roaches, but most of those were dodged here by HaNfy, so he's relying on these units across the map to try and bring some of the army of Lambo out of position, but Lambo's just got way too much, double the army supply, completely crushed this here. I can't even tell whose roaches are whose here, but I just know Lambo's got way more. He's going to chase these down, send everything that he had across the map, not even go for a fourth base himself. And HaNfy is on the ropes here. This is, I think, just going to be the equalizer here for Lambo. But, once again, puts around, but I mean, there's just way too much here for Lambo. He's too far ahead in supply, plus 2 missiles finish for both players, and he's got so many roaches left over that are going to get in there. Lambo wins map number 2 and brings it back. They want to get in on ASAP, and we're going to be on Larry Crest here for map number 3. Oh, what are you doing, Todd? It's not best of 1. Please. Starting at the top right-hand side of the map here, playing as the red Zerg. It's Lambo. Brought it back very nicely last game. Look at this. Nothing is starting, and he's getting a little bit of minerals, so it's going to be a pull on 13. And his opponent, starting at the bottom left-hand side of the map, playing as the yellow Zerg. It's, of course, Euronix HaNfy. Going for more of a standard build here, just the Overlord started. Might be going just for a hatchery first here. Unless he wants to go for the pull first. Let's see in a second. He's on 17 supply. Just gonna throw down the pull in the main. This could be bad news for Lambo, who definitely wants to be getting aggressive here with this build. Gonna start mining gas as well. The fact that it's Larry-like again, you know, you have to take in consideration this big ramp right there that's you basically can't wall off for a very long time. This is still pretty far from that hatchery as well. Now the rocks are not really usable anymore, but doesn't really come into play since the Zerg doesn't really wall off here anyway for the most part for a very long time. So, or if ever, really. Could be seeing speed here starting in a moment from Lambo. Speedling into Baneling all in. Is it going to be the Bly build or what? He's actually going to expand here behind this and play more standard. We'll see. Lings headed across the map. This is not going to be spotted for a very long time because it's cross map, and HaNfy obviously sent his overlords to vertical and horizontal spawns in the first place. So this could come as a big surprise. He starts his own speed here a little bit later than his opponents. And Baneling Nest is now on the way. Yeah, this is very dangerous. It's going to be really tough for HaNfy to properly defend this. From now on, he needs to only get links, maybe even sack his natural. Is he going to get the Baneling Nest immediately? I think he has to. The thing is, he doesn't even see behind this if there is a hatchery, so he kind of needs to guess. Yeah, this is a cancel. But then Lambo doesn't need to commit, so we see actually drones starting behind this. Baneling Nest, I think you let finish, no matter what. I mean, he's already spent the money, he's mined the gas, doesn't really matter. Might need Banelings down the line anyway. Sees that his opponent is still mining gas. So a nice little build here. Cancel your opponent's expand and then expand yourself. That's the way to do it. 2 Banelings are going to be morphed, and he's just going to do some kind of lockdown here with just links against links, but having his own Banelings against no Banelings is going to make it really hard for Lambo to ever move out. I can't... What? He's actually attacking. Oh, because he's got Banelings. Big detonation on a lot of those links. He hits a lot of the drones and he's gonna finish him. He's gonna finish so many of them. 9 drones have been killed somehow by Lambo. So HaNfy is in big trouble here. This is just gonna be all in. And the roach one was spotted, I mean. All he has to do, I feel, is get links, leave them out on the map, counter-attack whenever his opponent moves out, and get enough defense back at home, really. That's all Lambo has to do here to win this. And maybe move his damn overlord here to that location to see if there is a hatchery going up or not. I guess he's gonna send a ling here. But roach run from that distance? Are you seriously gonna rush this route, walk across the map, take like 15 minutes to do it? No, you can't really. It's really tough to do. Just a great position for Lambo to be in here from there. He's gonna have a nice drone lead. It's actually going to be closed here very quickly. 22 to 20 only by now. HaNfy doing some good job catching up. Spine's going to start on the natural. Lambo wants to make sure he's safe here for now. Safe and sound. And behind this, his expo just seems so late in comparison now. Lambo can just drone up like a madman. He could have hit... He could have hit just like a small pack of lings on the map and be droning up like really like crazy, but instead he's just droning up. Really not that many links at all by Lambo. Lair on the natural over the main here. From here, by the way. Look at these guys. They turn around and want a piece of the fight. You guys can't do anything against links. Okay. HaNfy. Don't do this, man. He's gonna fix it quickly enough, I guess. 26 drones to 29. Lambo with a slight lead still. Now starting his roach run. Still no Evo. Might be wanting to play it safe here. Not really invest into something that could not help him at all if he were to be attacked. I wonder what HaNfy's plan is here. He's taking 2 more guesses. Does he actually want to go mute us? He likes his Spire. He seems to really like his Spire, like in both of the first games. Like in first game, that went very well for him. Second game, he made it and then just kind of died while he was getting it. It's actually Lambo that gets the Spire before him. What is going on here? I feel like he shouldn't be going Spire himself, but... I guess no, he's gas. He's mining a good amount of gas. Like this took a very long time to be saturated as well. Like they're still not. There's gonna start. He's gonna see no Spire from his opponents. Probably feel pretty happy about it. Okay. Spire, what? He makes it now. HaNfy had the gas a while back to make this if he wanted. Instead he got glial reconstitution and he starts with +1 too. Okay, well, I'm confused. These choices, I mean, I know I see everything. And this could be why, like, to me it seems so obvious he shouldn't be doing this. But now HaNfy's gonna scout the Spire that's almost done. What does he do? He's keeping it. Does he actually want to try to play catch-up here? The third hasn't even started yet from him. Whereas his opponent's third is almost finished. Which is spotted. So Mutas now starts. Spores are going to start across the map here to defend. This is just not an ideal situation at all, really. And Hydra Den as well. I feel like if only the Hydra Den was going up, HaNfy would just mass Hydras and do some sort of Queen Roach Hydra all in, but... He cancel. Okay, why does he do this? He waited till the last second. I guess it doesn't really matter when you cancel it, as long as you cancel it. But I feel like he should have been much earlier if he was going to cancel it anyway. That's really weird, especially since the opponent hadn't seen it. It's not like he was going to follow up Scout at fire to see if he was cancelled or not, so yeah, just going to be a cancel. Good defense here so far from HaNfy. And I'm guessing he's just going to be massing Hydras here for a long time. Could we see a Nidus? That's the big question here for me. Does he realize that he's behind on the worker counts and on the unit count and that he needs to do something drastic? Lurker then actually starts here across the map from Lambo. There's just so many drones. He's 10 drones ahead. That's massive. That third hatchery already being finished as well, as opposed to this one that's about to be. It's going to give him such a good economic lead. Still no Nidus has started here. HaNfy. I'm guessing he just doesn't know the exact numbers here. He probably thinks that Lambo has less, because otherwise, if he knew, he might be getting desperate already. And I feel like you might have to do something drastic, like a Nidus all-in. Infestation pit, huh? Okay, so I guess he's just gonna turtle really hard. He's got the roaches, he's got the hydras. If he can get a bunch of infestors and land some good fungals, he might be okay, but how is he gonna do against lurkers though? We've seen Lambo being pretty deadly with the lurkers earlier against Kung Fu Panda. I'm pretty sure he knows how to use them. AKA he knows how to walk them across the map and then burrow them, Kappa. Could be very dangerous. Let's see, just finished. He's getting 4 here in the first place. And already starting to move across the map here. I think he wants to attack into this. The fact that lurkers have so much range, even if you just like put them there, they're going to be helping in the fight. It's just going to be massive. Burrows on the way, pneumatized carapace. I think HaNfy might be planning some kind of drop, maybe lurker drop in some bases, or just like a couple units dropped here and there. With burrow, although there are spores. No, there aren't actually. Oh yeah, because he didn't go Spire, he cancelled it, so... It could be good, but if he survives this until then, that is... It feels like he's gonna be getting his Lurkers maybe a little bit too late for that. Because Lurker then is not finished yet. Okay, these rocks are gonna fall super fast. And he's not even seeing it. Okay, he finally sees it. I mean, Lurkers here are just gonna be such a sick addition. They're like a Colossus times 10. Literally just sit there and impale everything to death. Yeah, here we go. HaNfy wanted to attack to the roaches, but the Lurkers were doing too much damage. Lambo cannot overextend here just yet. He's gonna leapfrog forward with some of these Lurkers here to make sure they can do maximum damage against this ground army. And HaNfy is just in an impossible situation. He has to fight now, but he can't, because if he does, he loses everything. He needs a full surround, maybe to come in from behind if he could have. But no, oh, he's trying to do that. But these roaches got caught by more roaches here off Lambo, who's got way more army supply anyway. Looks like Lambo might just be able to do it here after map loss in number 1 map. He's outdone his opponent here potentially. Lurkers do finish eventually here from HaNfy, but might be too late. That base is on the siege, and I think he might die. Mutants are still left over anyway. Roaches are gonna stream to the natural base, and there's just so many of them. They've got +2 as well. Oh no, it's HaNfy who's got +2, but I don't think it matters. There's just too much. 134 army supply to 51. +2 about to finish. Lambo's done it. Back at home, couple of roaches are counter-attacking, but he's going to be able to defend those eventually. And 3 Lurkers do it for HaNfy. There is no Overseer actually. Oh no, there is one. Just a little bit behind. This is it. Lambo's done it. He's going to move on to the grand finals here of the ESL Meisterschaft. Really, really good play here out of Lambo. When I think of the favorites here of this tournament with Kung Fu Panda, but since he already